Once the phone stops ringing, the text stops coming through, and everything quiets down, you're left with just your mind and your body beginning to process the grief. I pushed myself to get up because I need to get back to my normal routine, which is walking every day, 3 times a week. By the way he's jogging, you would think it's a smooth 75, 80, but no, it is 16 degrees and the pond is frozen over. And we got a mile and a half in. Not our usual 3, but we're not going to beat ourselves up about it because we didn't want to come out here to begin with. We are trying to get back into our routine, and it's going to take a little time. My hands are ashy, it's so cold. I also cannot eat another packaged meal, and I had enough fast food. So we are turning on the stove because I need something that's nourishing to the soul. And I've been wanting beef stew for the longest. And I need to talk to some of my sponsors. The way I'm sawing at this meat, somebody send me a knife sharpener or just a new set of knives. Nonetheless, I usually buy the pieces already cut up, but they didn't have it. So I ended up having to cut the chuck up myself. Something I'm going to miss about my aunt is she would watch all my videos. I don't know how she would find me across every single platform, but when she found me on TikTok, I was like, you know what? She's a real ride or die. She said, you're going to make it come heck or high water. When I had my podcast, Nightcap with B Brown, she watched every single episode live. She said, we're going to turn this basement into a studio for you. Now, if you know my basement, you know why I didn't do that. The main takeaway is that she was on board. And I'm going to miss that, but I know she's in my corner just on another side. And I have a large troop that is rallying around me who's just as supportive. So lacking support, I'm not short of that. And I'm so thankful and so grateful for that. We're cooking in the Le Creuset. I remember when this was all the rave on TikTok. Everybody was like, oh, these pans. And within our community, a lot of people have these pans just underneath their cabinets. Now I know, don't get on me, I should not be stirring these onions with a metal spoon. I think I zoned out. But nonetheless, I get my act together and I go back to the wooden spoon right after this. See, all is well. And by this time, I'm rethinking. I didn't think about how long it was going to take me to make this. And I'm getting tired and really just want to crawl back into bed. But we are committed to see this process through. So seasoning up this broth, make it do what it do. By this time, I needed more space on the stove. So I need to pull out a smaller saucepan. And we're in the home stretch now. I'm just going to put this beef back in here. Let it simmer until it is tender. Add in some root vegetables. And because I'm a bit extra, I decided I wanted to make some garlic bread. So I melted some butter, put in some roasted garlic, olive oil, a little bit of sea salt, and cut open some freshly baked bread. Again, with these knives, if I don't sharpen these knives or get a new set, and I don't even know I was using a steak knife, but here I got the correct knife at this point. I set the bread aside and I go cut up these potatoes. And by this point, I am praying to God that this meal gets done quickly because I am really tired by this point, but it smells so good. And I know it's going to feel better once I actually have some food that is homemade and nourishing and not from a package or somebody's drive-thru. Here's to day 1 of getting back to center, which doesn't mean you don't grieve, which doesn't mean you forget. It means that you continue living life, hold fast to the memories, and continue to push forward in the manner in which you know they would want you to do best.